I know I've been gone a really long time, and honestly I was planning this big comeback. Like, huge, like, I was planning to come back like 15 videos in a month. Starting off with like where the hell I've been and all that stuff. But something near and dear to my heart was recently released. And I'm sure you guys have seen it, or maybe, or you've seen the reviews. Nightmare on Elm Street, the remake. And I don't know, but I think some of you might be wondering what I think of it. And honestly, I just got to talk it out with someone. Now, my excitement for this movie was very low until they announced Jackie Earle Haley. Then I was like, alright, well at least Freddy's going to be good. I went to the movie on Monday, because it's half price on Monday. I didn't, actually, because my friend who got me into Nightmare on Elm Street was free on Monday. He had to work on the weekend also, so not that I didn't want to see it on Friday, but he wasn't available until Monday, and I felt like I owed it to him to see it with him, because I'm the only other Nightmare on Elm Street fan he's got. Yeah, fanned. That's a new word. I just made that up. And honestly, the movie has issues. It has a lot of issues. But I find that I liked it. It was pretty fucking good, especially for a horror movie coming out now that doesn't go straight to DVD, and a horror movie that's a remake. It was surprisingly good. And I'm a huge Nightmare on Elm Street fan. Freddy Krueger as well. I mean, Robert Englund can do no wrong in my book. I've never seen him... Oh. Okay, he did put in a bad performance in Freddy's Dead, but can you blame him? Now, the main problem with the movie is the script. It's not very well written, but it is a good plot. I mean, if you're going into this expecting Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one, you're going to be disappointed. If you're going into this expecting an 80s style slasher flick, you're going to be disappointed. If you're going into this expecting to see all the same characters you saw before, you're going to be disappointed. But it's still a good movie. The things they did new with the franchise were great. Now, going into a little bit of spoiler territory, they brought back the original concept that Freddy was also a child molester. And they show this in flashbacks and whatnot. And it's really, really good and really creepy. And honestly, Jackie Earle Haley did a phenomenal job with what he was given. I can't wait for the 2 sequels. I really can't. Now, I know there's some people like, that's not my Freddy. This isn't going to ever be my Freddy. That's fine. You can live like that and not ever see the movie. Or you'll see the movie, hate it, and tell everybody it's bad. Don't do that, because it's not bad. It's a good movie. I wonder how long I've been doing this now. 4 minutes. Just gotta check my time. But seriously, don't tell people it's a bad movie, because it's not. Even if you are hardcore into Freddy Krueger and really like the first movie. Because this is a good movie. I went into the movie expecting it to suck. Hoping that it was good. Like, phenomenal. But I got met somewhere in between. I was surprised. It was good. It's not a 10 out of 10 like the original. It's no Dream Warriors. But it's really good. I really liked it. The new one-liners they gave him are awesome. I mean, they got back to the core of Freddy from the first 2 movies. He's scary, he doesn't crack jokes, he's great. I mean, he's really great. And people are having issues with the makeup. I didn't have an issue with the makeup. Because in some places he looks seriously burned. In other places not so much, and His eyes are a little lopsided, I think. But, I mean, the original makeup on Freddy was great. But, you know, it's a remake. They have to reimagine things. They can't do things note for note like the same film. So they changed Freddy's makeup. And, you know, I think they did a good job. He's still creepy as hell looking, but in a different way, if you can catch my drift. And a lot of people are probably going to bitch about the fact that he doesn't ever use his dream powers a lot. Like that scene from the first movie where he's got the arms all stretched out and, you know, it's really fucking surreal looking. This movie doesn't have a lot of the surreal qualities of the first one. But audiences today aren't willing to accept the surreal a lot of the time because they just question it. Like, what the fuck was that about? You know, because they're just not as willing to believe because there's so much information out there. And, you know, I kind of think movie audiences are a bit jaded now. They want to see something new and inventive in special effects ways, but they don't want to see practical effects. They don't want to see, you know, it just wouldn't work. And honestly, they did take a couple of shots and scenes from the original film. And whenever they did that, it failed miserably. Like, I mean, it failed. Yeah, but I got derailed there for a second. His dream powers aren't so much there in this film. I mean, he does use them a little bit, but they're not quite like his original dream powers. They haven't explored the limits of his power yet. And I'm hoping they do that in the sequels, because I did like the surreal qualities of the first two films. It was phenomenal. But eventually they started running out of things for Freddy to do in the original films. And he started doing stupid shit like the black and white Freddy superhero. It was stupid as hell. But Jackie Earle did a really good job. The girl who played Nancy did a good job. And honestly, the people who... The kids, after they look like shit near the end of the movie. Like, they really look like they've been deprived of sleep, unlike in the original films. I mean, they paid a lot more attention to detail in this because, I don't know, they probably wanted to make more money, or it costs more now, or they just really paid attention. And, you know, they didn't break any of Freddy's original rules, but they made him a creepier character, and it's... You know, you really have to go see it to get what I mean, but go into it with an open mind. Don't expect the Freddy that you grew up with, and don't expect the Freddy that you want to see, because that's not where you're going to get. You will get a good Freddy, though, and you will get a good story. The characters are more explored, and honestly, people are bitching about the movie focusing on this girl Kristen too much for like the first 30 minutes, 45 minutes of the film. But honestly, the first movie did that. Like, Nancy's not the main character from the beginning. She wasn't in the original either. It opens up in her dream in the original, and it follows her until her death. Then it starts following Nancy. They follow that beat, and it works well. I don't mind switching main characters in the middle of a film, or even after the first act of a film. It doesn't bother me. It follows the same story structure, but it just changes it enough to be original and not completely ripping off the film. And when they do, like I said, when they do take scenes from the original film, it fails. It just fails. So, you know, I thought it was a good movie. I enjoyed watching it. It had all kinds of problems writing, characters, underdeveloped characters. Actually, the characters were a little underdeveloped in the first one. And, you know, honestly, go see it. I thought it was good. I wouldn't say pay full price for it if you can. Just try to get a $5 matinee or something. You'll have a good time. I promise I will come back in the next couple of weeks. I promise this time. I filmed a bunch of shit I mean, I've got a lot of videos that are just waiting to be edited and changed and uploaded. And once those are up, I'll start filming some reviews. I was planning to film the reviews beforehand so I'd have some ready to go out of the gate. So, yeah, I look forward to that. I'll be back in action in the next 2 weeks. At least. Promise. Promise. And, you know, some of the information on those videos that I filmed is way old now. Like, I mentioned that I had a new girlfriend. I don't have it. My girlfriend's gone. That second girlfriend, she's history. Just wasn't working out. And when I see something's not working out, I get over it and just move on. So, ladies. Hey. Talk to you guys later. Oh, wait. That's the wrong line. It's, have a nice fucking day.